Hello everyone, welcome to the actual episode 6 of Alabama Woodsman. Sorry about the mistake in the last episode I made, got a little mixed up there. So today I'm taking a break from the winter project to show you guys something that every person, every flint napper needs to know. And right in front of me here is this huge pine tree. It's really big. Yeah, and zoom in here, you can see there's all sorts of different cones. They look like, they're called pine cones, and I'm sure you guys know what a pine tree looks like, but in case somebody doesn't, I'm going to show you how to identify it. So there are different kinds of pine trees, but I'm not too well versed on those yet, and but I'll be reading up on those and be doing that for our studying in the spring. So on a pine tree, if you're a flint napper, you can see the trunk here. That's my spear. So as you can see, there's a lot of little cracks and fissures in the bark. And if you come up here and grab hold of a chunk, you can kind of pull it off. And oftentimes you'll see sap that'll run down through the cracks, and that comes from a wound in the tree, like where a branch is broken off, or maybe lightning has struck it, or in this case you have some old barbed wire running through this tree. And so this is a great place to find pine sap, and you can make pine sap glue from it. And I'll be covering that in a different episode because it's already getting dark. It's getting dark early every day. But so I'll show you what I mean by pine sap. So if you come here, this is some older stuff here. The camera will focus on it, but as you can see, it's not that far from the barbed wire. So if I reach up here, I can take a hold of it, rip out some of it. Okay, there's another strand of that wire right there. So let's see. Well, whenever you're looking at pine sap, and whenever you get it from a tree, you want it to be crystallized. It means in a solid form. Because when it comes out of the tree, obviously it's still liquid from having run through the tree. And right now I'm just cleaning this up. As you can see, on the inside it's whitish colored. And that's what you want to see. The lighter the color, this is actually pretty fresh because it's kind of mushy. But the lighter the colored sap is what you want. Because when you're making pine sap glue, that's an indicator of good quality sap. And it can be hard to come by on certain trees. Here's another chunk down here. This is fresher. Less covered in dirt anyways. And so, they're really easy to identify. And when there's a better light, I can show you more. There's more right here. Just picked out. So this tree is abundant in sap. Which is definitely something you definitely need sap when you're out here doing bushcraft. And there's more of it all here, and this is all covered in dirt and stuff and bark, because this seems pretty old. And you want fresher is better, but old stuff still works if you can scrape off all the dirt before or after you begin. It doesn't really matter, so I'll leave this chunk, I'll leave it here. It's pretty old. But so this is a pine tree right here, and a little baby sapling probably came from a cone off of the big one here. If you can look down, this is really fresh. Probably happened this summer, and the sap's really crumbly because it's pretty dried out. But there's not much that I can reach in there and get, so it's not quite enough to harvest. In my opinion, you guys might be able to. That's great for you. But another thing is, if there's a piece that might be wedged between two pieces of bark, you can take a knife and pry it out of there. That always works for me too. Alright, thank you for tuning in.